Hello, in this video I'll be job card processing. Job card processing is available in Redthorn SP and the main Redthorn system and is one of the key areas of the system. When you process jobs, it's at that point you're running MRP for that job. So prior to processing, the system won't be seeing any of the material requirements associated for that job on the procurement reports or batch purchasing screens, and also it won't be treating that job for scheduling, from respect to scheduling. So job card processing is the point at which you put the job into production and into visibility in the systems for all levels of MRP. People schedule in different ways. They may schedule as soon as they've raised a job, process in different ways. They may process once they've released the job, or they may process for a time period, or they may process at the end of the day for all jobs raised. It varies for customer to customer, and we've tried to set up this screen to allow for those individual elements. Process all in queue at the top. If I tick that and click save, it'll process every job that's been raised that's sat in the queue, and it'll process for the next certain number of days you've set. So you can click that, and in a minute I've got that set to 30. So it'll process all jobs, and it'll raise any sub-assembly jobs that have been created because I have an upper level. I've got an assembly in the queue. Now, if you click the raise sub-assemblies to top level job quantity, that's telling you that in this case you don't trust the stock values for that sub-assembly, and therefore you might want to raise sub-assembly. You might force the raising of sub-assembly cards to fulfill the top level. So this flag is a flag that says I don't trust my stock in sub-assemblies, so raise me a card for the sub-assemblies anyway. If you do trust your stock and you have sub-assembly stock, you can leave it unchecked and it won't raise a card if it doesn't need one. And finally, you can select a job and run them on an individual basis. And if you have an assembly on this individual job, if you click process all levels, it'll process all. So I have a single level job to process, which I'll do first, which is the one I raised the job for in the previous video. If I process that, it goes away, it runs MRP, and it finishes and it's ready for printing. If I process a multi-level, I've got a two-part assembly here at the bottom, which I've just raised a job for, and click process all levels and save. It'll run through the process 3 times because it's running and creating 3 lower level jobs. So that it's a two-part assembly with 2 subs has created 3 jobs, which I'll show when I print the job cards in the next video. So that's that done. That's run the job card processing. I can produce a report showing a list of unprocessed sub-assembly jobs. I can also do a print job cards, which will take me through to job card printing, which will be the next video. And I can also list job cards. So this report is quite useful because it will give me a list of all jobs to be processed and all jobs that have been processed but not yet printed. So processed and not printed is also a stage in the system, and the job has a status which is processed, not printed. So some jobs, customers of ours or users will process a job in order that the MRPs run and they'll start doing their purchasing against it, but will hold off printing because they don't want at that point to issue it to the shop floor. So in summary, job card process is one of the main transactional running screens in the system where you essentially run MRP for the system. Redthorn doesn't run MRP overnight. It runs it on a job by job basis as you run job card processing.